Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Insha'Allah, we will continue discussing 10 examples from Uddat al-Sabirin wa Dhakhirat al-Shakirin, Excellence of Patience and Gratitude, written by Imam Ibn al-Qayyim, rahimahullah. These examples provide us the guidance for the eternal journey. Let's begin. Example 15. The Ship and the Island. Travelers on a ship stop at an island. Some quickly return to the ship and find comfort. Others get distracted by the island's beauty and return late, burdened and regretful. Some forget the ship entirely and perish. The ship represents our soul's journey, while the island represents the world. Let's not get lost in temporary pleasures and miss our eternal destination. Example 16. The Desert and the Guide. A group lost in a desert runs out of supplies. A man appears and offers to guide them to water and gardens. Some follow him and are saved. Others stay behind, attached to comfort, and are captured or killed. The Prophet ﷺ is the guide. The desert represents the world, and the gardens represent the hereafter. Trust the guide and follow the path for success in the hereafter. Example 17. The Sea and the Ship. This dunya, world, is like a vast and dangerous sea, and to cross it safely Allah has given us a ship of najat, salvation. This ship is our obedience to Him and His Messenger, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. The wise believer boards this ship and holds firm to it, sailing safely to the shores of the akhirah, the hereafter. But the foolish and the heedless refuse. They try to swim on their own, relying on their desires, and they are eventually consumed by the waves. The lesson is simple. Just as a ship is the only way to cross a great sea, our faith and righteous deeds are the only way to navigate this life and be truly saved from its dangers. Example 18. The Fire and the Moths. In the darkness, imagine the light of a fire. Some believers wisely use its light and warmth from a safe distance, but others, like moths, rush headfirst into the flames, even though one man tries to hold them back. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said he is that man, holding us back from the fire of hell, while we, driven by our nafs, ego or self, rush towards the fleeting glamour of this dunya. The question is, are we listening to him? Example 19. The Valley and the Army. Imagine people who find a beautiful valley and get so comfortable that they build homes and palaces, completely forgetting their journey. They refuse to leave even when a trusted advisor warns them of an approaching army. Those who listened and fled with their iman, faith, were saved, but those who refused were destroyed by the very things they refused to leave. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said he is that trusted advisor, and this dunya is the beautiful valley. The approaching army is our own end and the day of judgment. The choice is clear. Will we listen to the Prophet's warning and find salvation, or will we stay and be destroyed by the very things we refuse to leave? Example 20. The House. The host welcomes guests to a beautiful house. The wise guests enjoy the hospitality with a grateful heart, knowing they are only temporary visitors. Because of their good behavior, the host is pleased and gives them a good farewell. The foolish guests, however, follow the desires of their nafs, taking things and forgetting their temporary status, and are finally put out in disgrace. The home is this world, dunya, and we are the guests. Our blessings are an amana, a trust from our Creator, Allah. The wise believers live with gratitude and humility, knowing that our true and lasting home is the akhirah. Example 21. The Three Brothers. A person has three brothers. One leaves him at death, his wealth. One accompanies him to the grave, but no further, his family. One stays with him forever, his deeds. The ultimate wisdom lies in using our wealth and family to build our deeds. We can turn our wealth into an ongoing charity, sadaqah jariyah, and raise a righteous family whose prayers will be a continuous source of reward. Example 22. the king, the woman, and the path. This example is about maintaining focus on our journey to an eternal destination. Imagine a king who builds a perfect house, Jannah, and places a beautiful woman on the path to it. The king rewards those who lower their gaze and stay on the path, but humiliates those who are distracted by her and run after her. The woman is the allure of this dunya. The lesson is simple. If we have iman, faith, and stay focused on the path, we'll find success. But if we let the glamour of the dunya deceive us, we'll be left with nothing. Example 23. The tree and the city. This is an example about the choices we make in this dunya and the consequences in the akhirah. Imagine a wise king who builds a magnificent city, Jannah, and tells his subjects to race for the best places. But on the way, they come to a beautiful, shady tree with sweet fruit and cool water. Many people, exhausted from the journey, decide to stop and rest, becoming so comfortable that they refuse to leave. They say, "Why leave this known pleasure for a promise we have never seen?" Only a few, with iman and patience, understand that the tree is only a temporary rest stop. They leave and continue their journey to the city. Soon the tree withers and dies, leaving those who stayed behind with nothing but regret. They look up and see the people who left living in the king's city enjoying eternal bliss. Isn't it? The city is Jannah, and the temporary tree is this dunya. The fleeting pleasures of this dunya lead to nothing but sorrow. The wise understand that this world is only a temporary place to rest, not a home to settle in. Example 24. The two cities. This is about how our short time on earth is a choice between gathering the good deeds that lead to Jannah or the empty distractions that leave us lost in the ruins of this world. A wise king built a new city for his people who lived in a city full of sickness and war. He gave them only 3 days to move, telling them to bring their most precious jewels. The people split into groups. A small group focused on finding and collecting the rare jewels the king valued. A second group gathered many things, but their treasures were worthless. A third group refused to leave and even fought those who tried to go to the new city. A fourth group did nothing and even harmed the king's closest friends. When the time was up, the king welcomed the first group into the new city and showed no mercy to the fourth. The old city is like the dunya, full of distractions. The new city represents Jannah, our true home. The 3-day warning reflects life's short span, urging us to prepare for sincere good deeds. We face trials along the way, like corrupted soldiers and plague, symbolizing worldly tests. Different groups reflect different people. Some are sincere, some act for show, some ignore the warning, and some violate sacred boundaries. Each day we walk among these groups. The choice is ours. Will we prepare for the eternal city or remain lost in the temporary one? May Allah make us among those who listen, reflect, and act according to the straight path shown by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Wa billah at-tawfiq. Wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.